Hi, hello. So you will already have seen me start the clock. Um, so yeah, I have been reading. I'm currently on like 3 hours. So we are obviously we are doing really good with reading. This is not even on my TBR. I'm currently reading Kiss of the Royal. So if you have seen the first video that I basically got out, you will have seen that if you saw pretty on my bookshelf, you will have seen that they were empty. They're no longer empty, as you have seen in this video. So yeah, it's going really well with putting everything up, and it's much easier to find books that I really want to reread. This is one of them. So I read this, like, I think it's my third time reading this, and obviously I'm really liking this. It's not, I have to say, this is not the best book I have ever read. The reason it's 5 stars is that I have read it so many times, and I don't really know what it is about this. I'm just really enjoying it. It's really easy read. It's one of the, I have to say, one of the few like YA books that I'm really liking. So in this book, we are following Princess Ivy, and basically she has one goal, and that is to end the war between forces of darkness. And she is the most powerful royal in this world, but she needs a partner, and then they will pair her with a Prince Zack, who is a great swordsman, and they just can't agree on anything. I mean, I am 176 pages in. They are currently not agreeing on a lot, so Ivy believes that they'll never win the war without her magic. However, Zack believes that Ivy's magic is dangerous, so only one of them can be right. And yeah, this is like the first time I'm reading this. This is like tabbed within the, yeah, like really tabbed. I'm tabbing this every time, and I'm finding new things every time. So yeah, I have to say, at this point, I don't think the tabs mean anything anymore, because I'm just tabbing whatever I kind of have in hand. So yeah, I'm going to continue on with this. I haven't even said what this video is about. It's basically a 24-hour challenge. So not 24-hour, like reading for 24 hours. I will read for 24 hours on the clock, so not a full day, but basically multiple days until I reach 24 hours. So I'm 3 hours. The clock is 3. So I have a lot of different things that I need to get done. That's why I'm doing like reading for 24 hours and see how many pages I'm able to read during that. Now, I am not fully decided on a TBR. You will have seen my February TBR, and yeah, I will most definitely try and get to some of those eventually. We are on the 7th, 8th, I think, today. So yeah, it went like 7 days until I read anything, because that's kind of what I will be doing. I will try and finish up this today. Hopefully I can finish off this today. This one is like almost 400 pages. It's 384 pages. I am around halfway through this, so that's the plan for now. And then when I am done with this, I will figure something else out. I don't really know what else to read. Now, I don't have a lot of the books that I have picked for my TBR, because they are soon coming in. That should be fine. And then yeah, I'm gonna say probably next week I will film my April TBR. So I haven't even like kind of started my TBR before I start a new one, because the service that I am using to buy books, it takes some time. Next week I will film my TBR, and that's always so fun to do, and it will be so much easier now that I have my shelves fully accessible to basically see can something fit. And I do have some series that I really want to get going with. And next month I have a huge, like a really long series that I want to try and start. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know how much I will be able to read this month, just because I mean I am still in the moving in phase, and I am still kind of moving things from my bedroom and into this place. So, well, let's just say that the books that are still left from February I will just pull on over to April, or if I am able to put them on my TBR again, I will. But I usually try to pick something else and then rather just read the other books when I have the time. Other than that, I'm going back to reading. I've been talking for a while, so let's just get back to reading and see how far I can get until 4, from 4 to 4:30 when my parents get home with food. Let's see how much we can get in like 30 minutes or 30 minutes to an hour. So then we'll be at 4 hours. I hope I will be at like 300 or something. So it's the next day, and I've been reading for almost 6 hours and 40 minutes. So I did quite well yesterday, I have to say, especially since I haven't been reading a lot of these first few days. So yeah, I am overall really thrilled on on this. So I finished Kiss of the Royal, and this is a reread. So yeah, so one thing I am really loving, I mean I love books where you see a lot of growth, and basically I have to say that I also love to see growth where basically the reason why they grow are things that they learn and things that they see is not something that they are told. So basically Ivy, she is a royal. Basically she is 17, so basically in like 17 years she has been taught this story about why like the princesses kisses the prince to, you know, basically get these powers, like he gets these magical powers, and she's taught this story for 17 years on why they do that. I mean, these are like, let's call them like a little spoilerish. However, I won't tell anything like a lot, just a small, like, yeah, I don't really know, but yeah. Basically, during this ride, there are two different types of people. You have the royals, and then you have the romantica, and basically they have kind of the same story, however really like different whys. Basically Ivy, she is taught from the royals' perspective from she was young, and basically she believes that hard-headed. And basically Zack, he is raised as a romantica, and basically they have a different story. He believes that hard-headed, and they are both really like hard-headed, and she don't believe anything the romantica is saying, and he won't believe what kind of the royals are teaching. However, I mean, the story, you get to know the full story, and it's very, I'm just going to say that it's different from what both of them have learned, and the truth is really hard for especially Ivy. But basically, she, over the course of this book, basically warms up to kind of some of the romantica thoughts. Not all of them. There are just those parts that she basically learns, and yeah, like learns that could be true, but she doesn't fully she's not like, oh, this, you know, she don't deviate that much from the royals until she learns the truth. When she knows the truth, basically then she becomes to be really open to basically other things as well. That was a really difficult thing to, yeah, but yeah, really love this book. So that was the first book done, and I'm really pleased with this first one. So I don't really know, I have this whole card here, what I want to read next. So I feel like one thing I could read is The Hunger Games. I have been really wanting to reread this. This is on my TBR. However, I could also read the first book in the Golden Guard trilogy. I mean, I have so much, and then I also have all these. Basically, it's 5 that I have started and not finished. But I do think that I am going to start with Hunger Games. I think this will be the one that I will. So this will be my next read, and let's see how long this will take me. I don't really know. So it's going to be interesting. Quite much later in the day, and it's actually only 6, so it's not that late. I've been reading for 9 hours and like 40 minutes, so we still have a long way to go before we are done. But I have finished The Hunger Games, so I listened to the audiobook, which I have never done before, actually, which is kind of weird. But I just figured out that, I mean, I have already tapped it up, and for this round, I just felt like doing something different. Like, I have never listened to them before, I've only read them physical. So, yeah. Definitely. I am really enjoying this. The narrator did a great job, and yeah, so if you haven't heard about the Hunger Games, yeah, that would be weird, but we are following Katniss Everdeen, and she lives in basically the 12th of 12 districts. So she's from the poorest district, and basically years ago there was this rebellion, and as like to show them what they could do, the capital, like the main capital in this world, basically created the Hunger Games, which basically is that you send one boy and one girl every single year into this arena where you will fight to the death until there is like one left.
that is The Winner. Loving the Hunger Games is like the book that got me really back into reading, and that is the reason why I am kind of reading. I don't think I would be reading without these books. So I read the first one probably around the time where the first movie got out, and then my sister basically had all three books, and the first and the second one I used some time with, but the last one I was sick and I read like the entire thing that day. I'm loving this. 5 stars. Is it the best book ever? No. But you know, it has this nostalgia where I am just loving it, you know. It's, yeah, so most likely I will continue on with this series this month. I have already been like planning on listening to all 3 books. I think that would be fun to try out. But we are done with this, and I am, yeah, I can definitely say that I have a lot of thoughts on these books. I think I could like create like a whole talk about like every single chapter that I read in this book, you know, just because I have so many thoughts and kind of what she's saying, and yeah, just because you have this love triangle, you know, everyone knows the love triangle between Gale and Peeta, you know, and yeah, it's just a whole thing where you are like, you can definitely see why some people are team Gale and some are team Peeta. However, I don't feel like, at least in this first book, Gale is not like a competitor. I mean, she has this one thought where she says that something in those lines that if she basically would let it happen, would it, between Gale. So I mean, you can definitely see that she don't particularly think about this, because she's like, I am never getting married, I am never having children in this world because it's so horrible. And yeah, you can definitely see there are a lot of thoughts in here, but you can also see in this first book that she's also saying that like it's this one particular kiss between her and Peeta. She's like, it's the first kiss that have been like making me want more. So yeah, but I mean, she's 16 and it's just at this point she doesn't know. And I'm loving this series. I mean, yeah, I could definitely be talking, I can talk about this book forever. And I feel like this, like the 2 books that I have been reading for this vlog, both of these I could be talking about for such a long time, you know. And that would actually be fun to do, but I don't think that will be right now. But I mean, I would love to, you know, just talk about books. But yeah, I have so many hours left, and I don't know how I am going to get all these hours done. We aren't even at 10 hours, and I don't really know. That's the biggest part. I don't know what to pick. It's I don't really know. I don't know if I want to read anything more today. I mean, we still have 14 hours left over that, so it's still a long while, and that is why I'm saying I don't really know when this will be done, just because I have been slowing down with my reading. Have definitely not read as much as I have been, but I have had so much to do. And yeah, I mean, maybe I will pick up something else but I don't really know. I just need a break. And I mean, to be completely honest, I do have like a thought that I really should. There are like a few books that I really need to continue on with. I just don't know if I feel like doing that now. We'll just have to see. Maybe I will continue on with something today, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see, and I will update you later.
So I am almost 10:40 into this reading challenge. So I have started the Final Gambit, which is the last book in the Inheritance game, like original trilogy. So I have decided to, I will most likely just stop after these 3 books, just because yes, there are like 2 more that I eventually can get to, but I'm not feeling it. I don't really love this series. I don't really know what it is about it. I have not connected with any one of the characters. I've just continued on to sort of like try and finish the series off, because I have been intrigued enough on what is going on to see this through. However, there are like 3 books in the original, let's call it the original trilogy. Like in these 3 books, you basically get to know this girl who inherits this fortune from this guy that she has kind of she don't know, basically. And he has this whole mansion, he's really rich, and he has some sons. And basically in this first book, they are all like trying to figure out why does she inherit this money. This is the 3rd one, so you know, we are continuously learning things. I am intrigued enough to like finish off this book, but other than that, I don't think I will continue on with this series, just because, yeah, as I said, I don't really care about any one of these characters. So I don't want to continue on with something that I clearly don't love. I mean, first one I think was a 3 stars, then the next one was a 2 stars, and I don't really know what I'm going to give this yet. I still have a few hours to go. I've been listening to like an hour of this or so. So I just don't think I will continue on with this series any longer after this book. Just, yeah, I don't see myself getting more intrigued as, you know, the time goes on. So yeah, that's the plan. Just finish off this book and then continue on to something else. I don't want it to, you know, just jump into Catching Fire straight after, even though I am betting that I will continue on with this series, even if I have a lot of other things to read. So yeah, I just need to slide back into reading, and yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I will update probably when I have finished this book, and then we will see how many hours we have left. It will probably, if I continue on with this book, I might just have to read like tomorrow, and then we will be done, which would be really great to basically do it that way. And yeah, it is definitely the plan. So basically I am currently trying to find like the things that I am going to do next week. Like, I need to fill my March TBR. That is something that I do quite early on, just to be able to order the books that I need. So it will be on this week here. So we still have like a week and a half left after that, but it's better to, yeah. And then there are like a few other things that I really should be doing. And yeah, so one thing that I'm also trying to incorporate is to beginning to listen to audiobooks more frequently, just because I have more things that I kind of should be doing down here, and then I really need to have some audiobooks going, and that is something that I need to think about once I am, you know, doing my March TBR. And I also need to, there are things that I need to remember once I am filming my March TBR, that, yeah, so hopefully I won't be getting a too large number of books that I need to read. I hope that I don't get 20 again. Then I will be struggling because I have a whole series that I really want to get to. So, but yeah, I'm going to go and just continue on listening to the final gambit, and we will talk later. So it's really early. It's, yeah, too early. So I've been reading, this was yesterday. I've been reading for 15 hours and 20 minutes. So I have finished the final gambit, and I have decided to give this 2.5 stars. So I don't know what it's about with this book. I can totally see why people love this series. I just didn't love the characters, and I just didn't feel like the connection that I feel like everyone else have been feeling. So yeah, that's kind of, but overall I'm not, you know, I'm not regretting finishing these 3 books. It's not like I dislike them that much. I just didn't fully love them. So yeah, so for today I really need to step up my game and see if I can finish off this vlog. I don't know, it's like 9 hours. I don't think I will be reading for 9 hours. That's kind of a lot, but I'll definitely try and get a decent hour done. So yeah, but I don't really know what I am going to pick up. If I am going to pick up Catching Fire or Crown's Dog. Going to be interesting. I mean, they are not that long. None of these are like short-ish stories. I say short-ish just because it is, the first one is like 200 pages, so it's still quite a lot, but that's definitely a possibility. So other than that, I don't really know. I don't know how quickly, let's call it that, I need to get things done. It really depends on when they are sending my books. Are they sending it this month? No, this week? Like next week? They should, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not the one that decides when books go out, but they have gotten everyone, so they technically should send it on Monday. I will talk once I have figured out what I'm going to read, and possibly when I have finished it. It really depends, but yeah. So I don't really know. I might just continue on with these 2 and get those done, just because, not because I'm disliking them, I'm loving them. Yeah, I just think that this is definitely a, yeah, pretty big possibility that I will read those 2, and then yeah, just to get back into reading. So it's later on Sunday. I'm not finished I barely have read anything today. I am on 16 hours and 5 minutes. So I still have a long way to go. But I finished the book. I finished the Clockwork Menace, which is the book that I am reading for my Beck McMaster. I'm reading a Beck McMaster a month. That is for that. So that's a goal. So I feel like that is the one that I have been really like focusing on this month. And just seeing what I can get to, and yeah, so far I think I will finish everything, even though it's quite a lot left. However, I have finished, I have started, I barely started this. I am a chapter in. That's like 14 pages in out of 200. So I will continue with this tomorrow. And yeah, so far, I mean, the first chapter I've read, I really enjoy this. This is about Jax, and Arian. I think those are the two ones that we are currently following. The two chapters that we are following. Looks like it. So yeah, I will continue on with this tomorrow. This is, I try to read one Elise Cover book a month as well. So this one will be for that. So this is split in 3. So these are 3, I don't know if I can call, I mean 200 pages, that's quite a lot. It has to be like ish, because it's not full. I don't feel like it's fully novella length. But yeah, there are like not short stories in the, but novella lengths. So I need to continue on tomorrow, but yeah, it's fine. I try not to stress over reading, because it just doesn't work for me. Once I stress with reading, I kind of lose interest in reading, and so I'll have to continue on tomorrow, possibly on Tuesday too, just because I tend to not read too much. I can't read. 7 hours is too long to read for me, just because I am having other things to do, and I definitely see that once now I have more space, I also have more things that I need to get done. That's kind of it. I am going to, yeah, just relax until bed. Then we will, I mean, it's quite late. I woke up, or I went to bed super early yesterday. I was so tired, and I slept like, I don't know, 9-10 hours I think, because I was so tired. But yeah, I am going to go and just relax for the rest of the night. So it's Monday. I have still not finished, but I am 20 hours in, so I have like 4 hours left, which is great, which I should be able to do tomorrow with whatever book I pick up. I have not read anything else from Elise Kova. I basically listened to Pure by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is his second book in the Covenant series, and I give it 3 stars. I feel like this is like a 3-star series that is interesting enough to keep on listening to, but it's not like a new favorite thing, you know. It's not like something that I love listening to. It's not the best thing, but I mean, a 2-star is like something that I don't like, so I feel like I usually like give a lot of books like 3 stars, just because it was fine, you know. 2 stars is like I didn't like it, and like a 1 star is like I hated it and probably should have DNF'd it.
That is like 1 star. That is like the, yeah. So I feel like a lot of my books are on 3 stars, just because I'm reading a lot of books that it's kind of nothing wrong with, it's just not my favorite. And then, you know, I have some half stars here and there where it kind of is in the middle. Like, I didn't like, kind of like it, but it's not like, yeah. So 3 stars. So this series is basically about this girl who, I don't know how to explain this book. It's complicated, so I have no idea how to explain what it's about, just because, yeah, it's, for me it's difficult because I have no idea what to say about this book. You have half-bloods and like not half-bloods, like pure bloods, and basically you have Alex, and she is basically a new student at the Covenant. Yeah, it's a fancy romance, but it's a YA series, so to be honest, I don't really know what else to say about this book. Don't know what I will be reading tomorrow. I'm just kind of picking up things as I am feeling like it. And yeah, so I will update tomorrow once I have, you know, finished anything. So yeah, that's kind of what I have been up to this past like 3 hours or something, just listening to that. And like earlier today, I have been trying to get a little move on with this moving thing, and yeah, trying to pack up things. I mean, if you can see my desk, it's a mess. It's really a mess, and yes, it sucks, but also it takes time. So yeah, I'm just going to go now. I'm soon going to bed anyways, so it's late. Not late, I mean, I get to bed early, so it's Tuesday, and I have just finished 24 hours. So read so much. I have just finished Dynasty of Evil, and that is a Star Wars legend like book. So I give it 3 stars. It was fine. I don't feel like I don't love these. It's interesting to see some of the people that, you know, some of them you have heard of and some of them you haven't heard of, but it's interesting. So yeah, the plan is to just get through the next ones, so I don't really know what else to say. I didn't fully love it, but it was fine, you know. It's nothing, I can't say a lot of them have been bad. They are just okay. I don't love them, but they are interesting enough to see, kind of. So in this readathon I read 5 books, haven't I? I think it was 5 books, which is actually really great. I finished 6 books, which is really great, during 24 hours. Now, a lot of them have been audiobooks. So the 2 that I own physically was, the first one I finished was Kiss of the Royal, which is a reread, and I'm loving it. I really love this, and I feel like I could talk forever about this, The Hunger Games, like books that I would really love. I could talk about forever. Then I have also finished The Hunger Games, which I also really loved. Then I finished The Final Gambit, which I didn't love. It was fine, and it's great to be done with this series. Then I finished Pure, which is a basically to like continuing a series, which is great as well. And then I finished the Clockwork Menace, which is my book, Beck McMaster book month, and it was fine. It's basically, I'm working towards finishing this series as well. Then I finished Dynasty of Evil, which I gave 3 stars. So I have had a lot of okay books, and I don't think that is a problem. I'm just trying to get back into reading after like a few weeks with not reading because I've had other stuff to do. So yeah, so I am hoping to basically be able to get some more reading done. I still have a lot of books to come, and however, I can finally say that my package have been sent, so we'll say it probably will be here during the week. If they pick it up tomorrow, then we'll probably be here during this week. So that's kind of it. I hope you like this vlog. It will probably be a long thing because I love to talk and I have a lot of thoughts on my books. So yeah, don't know how long, but hopefully it will be up in okay timing. I have one video that I need to edit, get up, and then this one will be up, and then yeah. So I hope you like this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!